everybody. I was just wanting to tell you guys a story that happened to me. So I'm driving around town and I stop and I'm like, why the hell am I over here? And then I look up and I see this beautiful church. And it's a church that I used to go to whenever I was scared at night or whenever I was being abused. I was homeless and I would sleep on the stairs of this church right here. And it's absolutely beautiful. I've never been inside this church before. And I decided to stop because the door was open. And I decided to go inside and see what this building looked like on the inside. So I'm walking up these stairs and I see a bum in a sleeping bag next to the doorway where I used to sleep. And I just looked at him and I walked in and it amazed me of how beautiful this church was. It looked like one of those churches that were on the movies, you know. It had stained glass windows and beautiful images of these angels. I don't even know what angels they are, but they're absolutely beautiful. And whenever I look up at the altar, there's these, actual life-size angel statues, and they have the most beautifulest faces on them. And I just sat down, and I looked, and I started praying, and I was thanking God for every night that He saved me and every night that He comforted me. And I noticed that there was a couple other people inside of the church, so I thought to myself, maybe they're getting ready to start church, I better leave. And as I'm walking out the door, I noticed that they have these bowls. They had bowls mounted to the wall, and they had water in them and a cross. And I thought, oh, that's cool. They actually have holy water like in the movies. And so I dipped my finger in the water, and I put it on my forehead. I put it on my chest and both shoulders, and I thank God for letting me be alive today. And as I'm walking out the door, I noticed there was this old man walking up the stairs, and he had a really mean look on his face, and I was thinking, what's he angry about? And he looked over at the bum that was laying at the door, and I said, oh, I better go say something to him because I think church is going to start. So I walk over to the bum and I kneel down to him, and I look up and I tell the old man, I used to sleep right here when I was homeless. And the old man said, you were homeless? I'm like, yeah, I was homeless. And he goes, do you think he's all right? And I said, yeah, he's all right. He's just trying to stay warm and feel safe. So I put my hand on the bum's shoulder and I said, excuse me, but church is about to start. Maybe you should wake up. I don't want anybody calling the police on you whenever I'm pretty sure that you're just trying to stay warm. And I told him about me being a bum, me being homeless, and me being afraid. I was afraid of my own shadow, and I was a drug addict. And God saved me. And it's crazy how when you're in these times of desperation and destruction in your lives, that no matter what, you always have God. You might have your family and your friends turn their backs on you, but in the end, you always have God. And I just told him what my name was, and I introduced myself. And I just wanted him to know that it was okay, and that it's beautiful that he knows that there's God. And this is the church. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I believe it's a Catholic church. Well, thanks for listening.